lets me think. Is justice a commitment to the individual, or is it a commitment to the community, or is it both?
So it's both. Justice operates on the individual level, and justice operates at the community level. And like reparations, if I may touch on our Caribbean Reparatory Justice Program. When the issue of reparations back in the, a few decades ago, the problem was if we as former colonies of the United Kingdom, say, I'm dealing with Caribbean reparatory justice, the idea was we were asking for a bag of money for former slaves. And that was dealing with reparation for the individual. But today, the community is made up of all different races. As a matter of fact, the Caribbean, like the United States, is a melting pot, but even more so in the Caribbean because we are predominantly Black, but mixed with all races you can find in the Caribbean. Now, in 2013, the Caribbean CARICOM, the Caribbean community, rallied around what they now call the Caribbean Reparatory Justice, which is a development program, which is going to deal with the countries, the communities. We are seeking reparatory justice for how Britain, how the UK underdeveloped the Caribbean. Their wealth was built on the backs of slaves. We were their colonies. They abandoned, they gave us independence, but without any tools to develop as nations, when in fact we were part and parcel to the creation of their wealth. Today we are having to ask them for loans in order to develop the same countries that they underdeveloped. So reparatory justice there is not, so we moved the idea. In the beginning, people thought it was about the individual, former slaves. It's the Caribbean reparatory justice. As it is here, when we were driving across, we learned that in California, a new, there was a case, yes, the reparatory justice program was approved in California for Black communities. And it would be for the development of the communities, not for the individual. So that was the original idea when it was still a fledgling one. But now it's about sustainable development for the wider community, not for the individual when we're dealing. So that kind of justice. Yeah. Now justice would be, there are issues of individual justice. But it's both.